Today we are going to learn how to understand timings in Counter-Strike 2. This is by far one of the most complicated and difficult things for new players to understand inside of this game. When you understand timings, it's going to allow you to get to positions quicker, understand where your enemies are, visualize better, and ultimately just help you rank up and become the best player possible. This is something that I've been talking about on my stream recently with a lot of great questions from you guys on twitch.tv/CoJoMoCS or streaming here on YouTube, so do not miss out on those. One of the easiest ways to understand this timings is literally just to do something as simple as taking your spawn and holding W. While yes, this might not be the strategically, most pro level thing that you could do, if you have this spawn and you just hold W all the way to ramp and see where you make contact on enemies, this is going to give you a good understanding of, hey, I saw a guy here, I took a fight here. Regardless if you win or lose that fight, you should have at least gotten smarter and understand that timing now. Same thing, guys, if you have this B spawn, right? The best spawn over here in CT, and you're like, hey, I want to push your apps and see when I make contact on people. This is going to allow you to get smarter and to grow as a player regardless of how the game is going. People always ask me, Kojo, how can I constantly improve and get better? It's through literally doing things like this, and stop caring about kills, stop caring about the rounds you're winning and losing necessarily. When you're a beginner, it's about just soaking in all of this information and just learning things. I'm going to expand on this and tell you how pros utilize this and, all different kinds of tips, tricks, and specifics to Mirage as well. But first I have to give you a message about how to get the best looking CS2 skins possible.
Thank you to the sponsor of today's video, Skins Monkey. They are one of the greatest and easiest to use CS2 trading sites out there. You can swap out the skins you do not like for brand new ones that are so much more fresh. Even skins that are trade locked can be secured by adding them to your backpack. The greatest thing about the site is that you can buy skins for so much cheaper with a 35% deposit bonus when you use my code, CoJo. Make sure to check out the freebie section where you can get a free skin just by completing tasks. On top of the bonuses, you also get a $5 bonus when clicking the link in the description.
All right, guys. So, this is not just a CT side thing. Obviously, this is a T side thing as well. One of the biggest things that players have trouble understanding is when they can be hurt, right? Because it's one thing to just hold W and see where you make contact, but where should I be running and where should I be walking is a huge question. So let's look specifically here on Mirage. When we're going B, one thing that we're always looking at, but by the way, not just Mirage, but in general, is that little ring on the radar. So if you see above me right here, that little ring above us, that is where our audio is being heard for other players. So on maps like Mirage, I'm going to give you the cheat code, the shortcut. When it comes to this timing for like a B contact, right? We're not B rushing. When you get up here, you want to start walking at these stairs. That's a good reference point to start walking. And that makes it so that even if the CTs have the best spawn possible running off cat here, they are not going to hear you in apartments. So that's a little cheat code right there for your B play. Let's go ahead. I'll give you a cheat code over here for your A play. When you're going Palace, you're actually going to need to start walking around right here, I'd say is a good point. I'm not 100% certain with this, but generally I just start walking once I get to like this corner. Boom, start walking right here. And then generally no CTs will ever be hearing me. If you want to play extra safe, I guess you could start walking at these stairs. That's a good reference. And then for ramp, you're pretty much good to kind of just rush out here and peek. If you're going to rush and peek out ramp, you might as well just run out and do that. If not, I guess you could walk once you get to like this point right here so that nobody under bal can hear you. But yeah, guys, literally just trial and error it. It's okay to mess up. It's okay to make a mistake. The biggest thing that people don't realize is dude, if you get killed because somebody heard you or, you were making noise, then cool. That's just data that you're collecting. One thing that I want you guys to be very cognizant of, especially those of you that are new players though, is what we mentioned at the beginning of this, taking your spawns. Utilize this for aggression. If you're a B player and you actually get your first spawn here in B side, of course, go do something active because you literally have the best spawn to go make that play. But if you're the B player and you get the spawn all the way back here, okay, maybe we're looking to do something a little more passively. Counter-Strike has this RNG, it has this randomness to it when it comes to these spawns. And if you're a solo queue and you're playing your position, you harness this and leverage this to the best of your ability by using it when it makes sense, right? It makes absolutely no sense to do a B push, a B rush when you have the worst spawn because you're going to be jumping up here and you're just dead, right? The best spawns on T side are out here and they're already killing you, they're already opping you, and it's just pointless. When you're in a 5-stack, when you're in a queue, if you're with your buddies, this is something you can implement as well. Say me, I'm the comp player and my buddy's the cat player. Well, these honestly are very interchangeable spots. Honestly, you're both kind of that supporting piece in mid. So if I am the con player, but I have this spawn over here and my buddy's the cat player and he has that spawn over there, be like, hey bro, let's just switch this round, right? Go switch. One trick I have for you as well is you can actually just jump through window if you have this first spawn, and if your movement's good enough, you can get into ladder room, make the movement a little cleaner. That was pretty unclean. And then you can swing cat like this. Also, if you're the con player with that front spawn, you can always jump out of con and play your position from over here if you want to get active, if you want to get risky, if you want to get frisky. It's very nice. So yeah, utilize the spawn that you are actually given. So many players just completely neglect this and they make the same play regardless of where they are. No, you should have multiple plans, multiple plays that you do depending on what you're given. This is 100% what you should be doing as an opper, by the way. An opper on T side or CT side, guys, your plan and your play should honestly be dictated a lot by your spawns. Maps like Dust 2, this is 100% relevant. If you have that long spawn in Dust 2, go take it. If you have the B spawn in Dust 2, go take the B pick, right? On Mirage here, one of my favorite things to do, it's very common, is when we have this fast window spawn, we just knife out, run all the way around here, and then go for this window pick right away to see if we can kill this opera who we're kind of rolling the dice, but maybe he had a later spawn that we could try to take advantage of, right? Because that can be really frustrating as a CT opera getting beaten by the best spawn on T side. But yeah, it's just something I leverage. Another pro tip too for these timings is if like you have a spawn here as an opper and your teammate's like right there, run all the way to ramp and your teammate crouches right here, you jump on his head and boom, you get that pick on this guy crossing. That's another great way to do it because again, players aren't thinking about this. Guys, if you're the con player and you have this spawn, please do not run all the way out here. You're just asking to die. Instead, you have this bad spawn, go ahead and go through window, follow your window player through here and literally just take your con spawn over here. That way you don't die crossing mid and you can be a little bit safer, right? A lot of players just don't understand this. They're playing the same exact round every single time, no matter what this spawn is, no matter what the timing is, and it's completely detrimental to what you're doing. Because like same thing on A here, if we're the A player and we have the worst spawn, just be really careful if you have to throw this molly, because a lot of players don't realize we are so late. By the time we get this molly off, especially with how bad the CT molly is, the T's could just run through this, right? And that's something on T side you should be looking for. If the CTs are really late to mollying consistently, or they're just like not understanding this timing, it's going to be absolutely incredibly easy to get early picks like that. Some beginner tips I left at the end here. I'll just go ahead and cover them real quick. Buy your stuff up as fast as you can. Don't sit here and waste your time and then, you know, you're AFK and spawn and then you leave late. You're screwing yourself over. If you're leaving spawn even a second late or a half second late, you are completely screwing over your timings, and it's just so hard to actually manage that, right? But guys, there's no reason that you can't get better at these early round timings. I might do a video on mid round timings, which are way more complex, and there's so much more variation into that. And maybe I'll do a video on how to manipulate timings. But in the meantime, go ahead and check out the shorts on my channel, the streams I'm doing, all the other good videos I've been posting. Plus, go ahead and check out the TikTok, the Instagram, all that stuff. I'm going to be at the Austin Major, so if you guys are attending that, I would love to talk to you. I'd love to say what's up, take a picture. So yeah, guys, I'm going to go enjoy that. While you're watching this video, I will be over there cheering on FaZe, so you know how it is. But I appreciate every single one of you. Let's keep working hard. Let's keep growing. Thanks for sharing all of your progress. I'd love to see you guys growing as players, and I'll catch you later. Peace out.